This here is my monstrosity. This here is an red board with supposed 7,000 milliamp hour cells that I have yet to complete a test of. This is the Eyoyo 5-inch LCD screen from eBay, also available on Amazon for more money, because of course. It claims to accept component video in natively, and after about 7 hours, I worked out that it actually does. As you can see, I have my video wires going straight from there into the RGB contacts in the VGA port, except for some reason this one does not follow traditional arrangement. It's supposed to be RGB in that order, in that orientation, but this one does GBR. The sync is for some reason on red, which is very, very strange and took me a very long, embarrassingly long time to figure out. But it does work. Ignore this wire here. I dremeled out the screw posts because I couldn't solder pump them out, and I accidentally cut the trace that leads from that point to that point, which is what makes these screen controls work and puts the filtering cap on the power button. So it was the only thing working, and every time you hit it, it'd be a random input. But I worked that out. Now it works. It also accepts sound in through this AV port, through here and here. This one's composite in this corner. But in component mode, it doesn't actually pass that sound to the amp, which is here. I'm trying to position my finger through the fucking viewfinder. It's not easy. Through right on the right and left on the left in this orientation, and then I just go ground off of that transistor because I can. The sound isn't terrible. Aurelio's amp is definitely better, but, you know, I don't have one, so I can only use this. And you can always just desolder the amp and use your own, but this has on-screen volume controls and stuff, so I'm just going to use it for simplicity. Let's turn this on. You are greeted to a beautiful splash screen. Excuse the fan whine, it's a little bit loud. And I'm going to hope that my USB plays ball. It doesn't look like it is. It has this really annoying habit of just randomly deciding to blink to eternity and just not start up. Come on. Alright, it should work on the next one because it stopped blinking. This is why you don't get the Lexars, get the Samsungs, they're better. Just don't reverse the data lines or you'll fry it. There we go. As you can see, if it focuses, YPbPr, because it's the best. Where is it? I've got to try and remember where my stuff is. So let's go with operating controls with one hand is a pain. Let's go with 1,000 Year Door because it is the best game Nintendo has ever made, period. Breath of the Wild fanboys fight me. And you can see the sound and stuff as well. It's actually quite good. You need to adjust the brightness and the saturation a lot. The default values are pretty crap. That's just a Nintendo thing. Spam A until you get past it. There we go. And we get sound. So this is a 1 watt amp. I've got 2 watt speakers. Unfortunately on the highs it still distorts because it always does. Let's go to on-screen volume, which is nice. It's tremendously loud. Leave it there. Oh, come on. It's not the best control-wise. Sometimes it just refuses to accept the input, but It works. It's quite good. I mean, this camera doesn't do it justice, but it works. And there's a bit of interference because I'm using bare wires over a fan motor, which is just asking for stupidity. But it is legit, and I have included a link to its, the eBay listing that has Smart Parcel, which should arrive a bit faster than general Chinese free postage. I hope it works out for you. Oh, one other thing to mention. Difficult to see, but that there on the left where I've got my wire hooked up to the Schottky diode is a USB in. It actually accepts 5 volt natively, so you can just desolder the ports and put 5 volts straight into there. You don't even need the diode. I've just left it there because it was part of my debugging process to work out why the hell these controls weren't working when it just turned out to be my stupidity with a Dremel. It's good.